Hey guys. Hey McFanny, how are you? Thanks for joining. Dominican 98, how are you? Harry, good to see you. Thanks for joining. Hey Pub Dog, appreciate you all popping on. We are talking about reader communities today. Very exciting stuff. I have been, hey Raj Love, how are you? If you guys could share the broadcast, that would be great. Any hearts? Hey, I am Vishanti. Good to see you again. I appreciate you popping on. We're talking about reader communities today. Plus, I still have a free, how are you, Raj Love? It's good to see you. I have a free branding sheet for those who would like it, who are looking to brand their book. And it's really kind of just like a one-page branding sheet, kind of like a business plan. I think books always need business plans too. And so this is really like a one sheet for your book. So thank you guys for inviting your followers and retweeting. Thanks for all the love. I appreciate it. So I wanted to talk about 4 ways to create reader communities before you launch your book. Hey, Brenda, thanks for joining. And reader communities are really, really important because it's really like growing your own tribe of support. So that whenever you launch, you know, the first book or the second or the third or whatever book, that you already have like that engaged group of following. Oh, you're welcome for pouring. I appreciate it. Honestly, I gotta tell you, I cannot find, I've like always known where my birth certificate is. I've always been very good about keeping up with important papers. And I reorganized like maybe 5 or 6 months ago. And I never, ever need my birth certificate, but I just happen to need my birth certificate and I cannot find it. So I have been looking. My son's like, is it okay if I take a shower? Yeah. So I've been looking for this birth certificate. So I'm like a little flustered, but I have an interview. Thanks for the hearts. I have an interview coming up on Facebook at 9. I'm talking to Pooh Nash, who is or was the host of TLC. She's in charge. So I'm really excited about that. But you know, I always try to make time to come on and talk about different things as it, you know, relates to media and marketing. And so today, like I said, I want to talk about ways to create author communities. And I have just, well, probably in the last year or two, I really started doing this, like creating a community and not just my list, which I think is really important too. And the last time I was on, I talked about how to build a list, but really creating an engaged community of people that you nurture and pour into. And it's not just about selling the book. It's really about engaging around something. Oh, good, Raj Love. It's really about engaging around something that you love, and that's writing and reading, or, you know, sharing your expertise. So the first thing to do, and I love this, and I did this for the last 2 book releases, is build an author street team. Now, a street team is a group of fans that volunteer to promote an author. You could also call this an ambassador program if you're just like focusing online. But if you want somebody to, or want a group of people that can go really get out in the streets and pass out flyers, this is really, it's old school, but it still really works. They can organize, recruit new members, and I know a lot of authors that this happened for organically, just because people loved their book, so they kind of formed their own street teams. You know, they like organized and did all that kind of stuff, or fan clubs. But you can really intentionally do this by asking people that enjoy reading your books, asking you know, friends and family if they can become your street team. Or like I said, if you're online, and I do this for everything. Like I have this for my company, I have this for my books, I have this when I'm going to have an event, but I have ambassadors. And it is their job, you know, for certain perks, like, you know, maybe free admission or, you know, a free signed book and a t-shirt or something. It is their job to spread the word of you and your book, and to do it online. And so, and it works really, really well. It's, you know, it's akin to the whole JV partnership, joint venture partnership situation, but these are people that just really love what you do and they want to help spread the word. So that's the first thing. You want to build an author street team or an ambassador program. You can create an author fan club. Now this is like, you know, groups where readers can congregate without the expectation of helping with promotional activities, but they interact with the author, they discuss the books, they have other fun conversations, and it's not really like a street team, but they really are just, you know, wanting to talk about the book. And so a lot of times, for fan clubs, they'll get certain perks. Like, maybe they'll get an email before the book is launched. Maybe they'll be the first ones in. I mean, you can think of different things. Maybe they get an official, Nikki Woods fan club patch. I don't know. I've always given free books and t-shirts, and, I've run contests, for the most enthusiastic fan club member. However you want to do it, you can do it. Another way to do it is to host a read-along group. So this is really a virtual book club where participants can read a designated, number of chapters of a book per week and discuss them in a group. And this is really fun now, especially like with Facebook Live and Periscope. You really could have people meet you on Facebook or, log on to Periscope, and you can have a book club discussion about your book. And it's really just a great way to interact. And, it used to be that as authors, we had to, travel all these places and talk to, the book clubs, which is still a lot of fun. But obviously you can't be everywhere all the time. And so to do this virtually, I think is great. And then, like I said, I mean, there's just extra incentive if the author actually participates in these discussions. And when it's virtual, it's a lot easier to show up. And even for physical book clubs, what I do a lot is I'll Skype in. And so, they're physically having the book club, but I can't fly in for it, or I can't physically be there. So I'll Skype in and I'll have the discussion with them that way, and that works really well also. The other thing is authors, and I haven't done this yet, but I really am interested in doing this, is launching a Facebook group with other authors. And so I love historical romance. I don't know if people know that, but I really do. And so I am a part of a Facebook group called the Jewels of Historical Romance. And it's 12 different historical romance writers that form this group. And they cross-promote. Hey, Clayton, how are you? They cross-promote each other's books. And they have promotions and joint giveaways. And they talk about it and announce new releases. And it's really just a free and creative way to support each other. And it's not competitive. You never feel like slammed with sales or anything like that. But it really is just a creative way to start to build that author community. And there's so many tools now available on social media that it's just really easy to do. And so if you don't have a list and you don't have a Facebook community or a Facebook group, then you really are kind of behind the marketing times. Okay, good. I'm glad you're great. Clayton, that's awesome. And so you really need to kind of consider some of these different things. So virtually, there's a lot more that you can do. The 4 things, again, the ways that I suggest creating reader communities. You don't have to do all 4, but, I do 3 of them. And so I'm thinking about, finding a group of authors and doing the 4th. But at least try 1 or 2. So the first one I talked about was building an author street team or an author ambassador program, creating an author fan club where you get certain perks, like a discount on books or a t-shirt or whatever it is that you build into this, because they kind of become an ambassador program too. Host a read-along group. Kind of like a virtual book club that you can do on Facebook or Periscope, or even, I don't know if you guys use Zoom, but I use Zoom, and Zoom would be really good for this too. And then, actually as the author participating in this, and then launching a Facebook group with other authors, which is a great way to expand your fan base by, getting in front of readers that you might not necessarily have gotten in front of. But it's also a great way to get introduced to other authors and really network that way. I mean, I think that as published authors, we tend to be a pretty tight-knit community, and a lot of us kind of hang out together, so it's always good to kind of bring that together and work together. I don't think, many of us feel that, it's a big competition and we can't, participate and work together. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it. So I hope that's been helpful. If it has been, tap the screen so I know. I really try to bring you guys a lot of good and useful information. Thank you. I'm glad it's been of value. I know that, I learned a lot the hard way. I learned a lot the expensive way. And so I try to pass on as much knowledge as I can. Oh, awesome. Good. And so, like I said, if you want to get that free branding one sheet, the link is there. It's bit.ly/branding one sheet. And it really will help you kind of design an overall book marketing plan for your book. All right. So I thank you guys. I'm going to go back to searching for my birth certificate so I can find it. I need it for tomorrow and it's driving me nuts. And I know as soon as I stop looking, I'm going to find it. But I'm not the kind of person that can stop looking. It's like I tell people, I have like OCD tendencies without really having OCD. You're welcome, Brenda. I hope that is helpful. When is your book coming out? I'm just curious. Yeah, good luck with that. It's the craziest thing. It's like if I did not need it, I would be able to put my hands on it right away. So I will, I don't know. I'll find it. It's around here. It's around here somewhere. I'll find it. And I know I have more than one copy, which is crazy because I used to lose it all the time. I'll find it. So thank you guys. Have a good one. Like I said, if you get a chance to pop on over to Facebook, come over and join me on my Facebook page. I'm going to be talking to Pooh Nash, who is the host of She's in Charge on TLC. You may know her. She had a viral video. Okay, yeah, just let me know. She had a video that went viral where she was talking about, she was warning people not to go in the shark's house. And so she got like 20 million views, like a crazy amount of views. And so she has this common sense campaign that we're going to be talking about at 9 o'clock. And so that's on my Facebook page. And I do a lot of interviews on my Facebook page. So if you guys don't, hang out with me over there, I would love for you to come. It's facebook.com/NikkiWoods2You. That's my Facebook page. And so, yeah, so just pop on over. It's going to be a lot of fun. I wish you much success, too. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I will talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for joining. I really appreciate it. Bye.